Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars reading. This is your daily reading, so eat the meat, spit out the bones, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Alright, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this channel. I hope that this video resonates with you guys, and I hope you all have been enjoying your weekend, getting ready for that new moon. Scorpio coming up. Okay, got the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck here, and the Eight of Cups in reverse here. Could be some people in your life, family, friend group, someone here that you are walking away from, or someone's walking away reluctantly from you. I saw Three of Cups, so there could have been some third party going on. Let's get into that. See what's going on with you, Gemini. Gemini, you've been on the glow up lately, so you guys have been probably irritating some people, and I don't really care. The Fool in reverse here, yeah. You decided to I feel like you decided to not go towards something here. Something that you once deemed as secure, stable, structured. I feel like you have decided to walk away or no longer participate in some office shenanigans, relationship shenanigans, family shenanigans, friend group shenanigans. Like, yeah. The Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups and the Three of Swords. Somebody here had a wish fulfillment to create suffering for you. Someone very dark got off to, this person could come from a very low state of consciousness with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. This is someone here who they took like pleasure, I feel like, in seeing you suffer or wanting to make you suffer. And I think it's because this person was also in like I said, a low state of consciousness. They could have been, going through a rough patch themselves. So, seeing you also struggle kind of made them feel less bad about their own struggle here. But when you no longer decided to entertain those people, entertain that game, play those, whatever tactics that they were trying to play on you, I think it kind of really irritated some people here. Yes, it did with the Devil and the Hierophant here in reverse. It sure the hell did. With the Hierophant here in reverse and the Devil, it's giving me the energy of someone who is very hedonistic. Someone here who is very sadomasochistic. Like, this is someone who is a sadist. With the Hierophant here in reverse, this person has very, out there way of thinking, out there way of doing things here. The Hierophant's all about, like, structure and order, and this person is like an anarchist, literally. Devil, Capricorn energy, Hierophant, Taurus energy. Someone here who is very, they're into like some pretty grim stuff here. They have some pretty distorted views. They have some addictions. And I think you walked away from this person. You may not even known all of this, to be honest with you. Like, you may not have even known all of this was going on. And it's just like, ew. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of like, ew. This person has a lot going on. And here you are, just living your best life, Maybe a little impulsive, maybe a little reckless, but, you're not doing shit like that. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. You made good investments here in the past. So even though you were a little bit I want to say unorthodox. You may have, you not taking a risk here, or you walking away, or you actually being reckless, ended up being whatever you did that was like against the grain, so to say, either like going against the grain. It's paid off for you. It's really worked in your favor here, because with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you have had a lot of luck with planting seeds here and growing stability. You know, the things that you thought weren't going to pay off maybe did. You know, oh, I'm going to sign up for, I don't know, clown school, and you learn how to juggle. Well, people may think, well, that's stupid. Well, now you're an entertainer, and juggling is something here that makes you lots of money. I don't know. I'm just talking. You know, for example, learning how to do tarot. You know, I never thought that I would be on YouTube making tarot videos, but here I am. And when the lady gave me those tarot cards and said, here, you're going to need these in the future, almost 10 years ago, I had no idea what she meant. Now I'm sitting here telling my story, telling your story, you know, connecting with thousands of different people and just having fun and living my best life. So, yeah. Interesting how that all works out. Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles here. So somebody, you could be inspiring people to follow their passions and follow their dreams as well, and work hard on what it is that they want to achieve in life, because they see you being successful. They saw that, you know, you taking the calculated risk here is actually paid off for you. But there's a lot of grief and loss here in the present. I feel like this is, you know what, these two cards, they kind of give me the same kind of, this one's more stern, more stoic, more so just analytical about what's happened. This one's a little more emotional because it's a cup, right? The Five of Cups here. So you got 2 cups, so 5 cups. 3 cups have been spilt out, right? So to me, this represents, you know, not everybody from your past or whatever is going to feel the same way about your new glow up, your new success, your new abundance, this new life, this new idea, this new relationship, this new job, whatever it is that is creating this energy dynamic shift within you. Okay, there is something that is going on within you that is pulling you to higher levels of consciousness. All right, so with this Five of Cups, this is a mourning of perhaps those that are not ascending with you. So let's say you had 5 friends, right? 2 of those are, you know, also kind of going through the same things that you are going through. And maybe you may not even recognize it, but there's at least 3 people here that you are really close with. And it seems like the love for them has been spilt out. Like the cups that they once, or you once had for them, have been knocked over. They have been poured out, you know. And it's not even necessarily, you know, crying over spilled milk. It's more so like mutual, I feel like. Because at this level in your development, you've already learned how to, you know, almost detach yourself from people, because you kind of expect this kind of stuff to happen, or it's happened before, but it's like, damn, like it hurts, because these are people here that you truly have a genuine love for. With the Magician here in reverse and the Three of Cups, like I said, that Magician in reverse and the Three of Cups, those are the 3 people there. These are the people who, they want to keep partying. They want to stay out to the club. They want to be in the street still. They want to, you know, be low vibrational. They don't want to ascend. They don't want to do the hard work. They want to just keep, living in the little la 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 la. Everything is perfect. My life is great. There's nothing going wrong. My biggest problem is what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I don't want to think about the state of the world because I can't fix it. I just care about me and what's going on in my existence. And you're like, okay, but like, you don't care about like what's going on in the world. Like you don't have any interest in like bettering yourself or hobbies or like no. Mm-mm. Like, oh, okay. This is someone here who is very codependent. This is like, it's giving a little pick-me-sha. It's giving a little red pill. It's giving a little, grind, hustle, grind, drink, grind culture. Which is very, like, I am so against grind culture. Now, I'm not against getting no money. I'm not against grinding. I'm against grind culture. The idea of needing to constantly obsess and worry about, procuring wealth and financial stability through just working endless, like, jobs. And I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, all that really benefits are the CEOs and the owners. Like, capitalism is not 1111 is it's just another tool of exploitation here in America, in my opinion. The Tower in reverse and the Three of Wands here. Yeah, so some of us, a lot of us, all of us, me too, we are stuck in a capitalistic, society that we live in. And it requires us to constantly have to give, want, right? You need the newest sweaters. You need the newest Nike this. You need the newest iPhone, the newest iWatch, whatever, you know what I mean? And if you don't have the Awula, what's it called? The little water bottles, the Awula, the Walula, now it's the Walula. First it was the Stanley. First it was the, before it was the Stanley, what was it? Y'all know what it was. I can't even think about it. See, exactly, I don't even remember what it was. But whatever it was before the Stanley. And now it's, then there's the Stanley Cups. Then you get the accessories that go on the Stanleys. And now it's the Awula, the big ass grown up sippy cups. That's what they look like to me. They look like grown up sippy cups. So it's just like you for what? They all do the same thing. They insulate water. Overpriced bottled water that literally does. Yeah, I can go on and on about that. You no longer pay attention to all of that. I'm not saying you don't drink bottled water, you don't like filtered water or anything like that. I'm just saying you see how stupid we've become as humans when we like literally are now paying $4 for water and $40 for a container to hold water. When there's continents of people starving to death by the masses. Anyway, very 5 of Cup energy right there, huh? You're able to just really see perspective on things that a lot of people rather not kind of like talk about. And I didn't say any of that to like shame anyone or make anyone feel bad, because there's very little that the individual could do to even address any of the issues that I just brought up. Which doesn't mean we shouldn't bring them up. It just means that we need to start talking about them more and see if we can actually collectively build some type of awareness or something here. Because, I mean, even with that, like raising money for awareness just sounds so half-assed. Like, really, like, what are we, awareness? Like, okay, whatever. 2 of Wands. Good Lord, you stand alone. The only thing I see in these cards are people standing alone. And I feel like you've always stood alone. You've always been a loner. You may have a lot of friends, but when it comes to like your true, uninhibited, authentic self, you keep a lot of that to yourself. A lot of that is hidden because of maybe some of your ideas or thoughts that you have or share may not be what you consider to be, popular. That might be a little projection from me, but I also feel like whatever I'm saying these things because I'm picking up on your collective energy as well. I'm not just sitting here talking to myself, although I kind of am, but you know what I mean. Ten of Wands here and the Nine of Swords here. People want to unburden a lot of stuff onto you, and you are no longer there to support or be a punching bag, a meal ticket, a ATM machine. Three of Wands. Yeah, the Two of Wands and Three of Wands. You have really you have a hard time walking away from this situation because I feel like there's a lot of emotions attached, especially with the Five of Cups and the Two of Wands. Like, you are unable to really... It's taking you a lot longer to walk away from this situation than you anticipate. With the Two of Wands, I feel like you're definitely... you have all these decisions about the world and where you want to do and where you want to go, but maybe you feel like it's going to take you longer to get to what you achieve, to get to where you want to go and achieve what you want. For me, I had this plan or this goal of I started my channel a long time ago, right? But I started actually building and being consistent with it back in end of May, June, July-ish. So September I hit monetization, and I just had this goal of okay, by December 31st I want to be at I think my goal was it was something it was I just expected exponential growth, just take off, I think it was something like 5,000 followers or subs. And, completely stabilized the YouTube streaming, having booked clients all day and night. That was my 6-month, model. And if you ever had a business, it takes a lot of time. And it didn't happen like that. There was a lot of hurdles, a lot of obstacles I didn't expect. There was the after monetization dip where people start seeing ads and they're like, oh, what the fuck is this? I ain't watching this no more. Or, the algorithm tests something new and it doesn't like it. So then your numbers go. It was a lot. There was people who were doing weird stuff and all kinds of stuff. I have a video about how I met this root worker and she literally tried to do black magic on me. I can't prove any of that, but there's just so many signs, because as soon as I stopped talking to that lady, overnight I started going back up in subs. I started getting more business. I don't know what that lady was doing, but she was doing something. But you've got to really be one with yourself and understand that this was not... Whatever it is that you are walking towards, it's going to require work still. And it's been a humbling experience, and I'm thankful for my journey. I really am. I'm so grateful for my journey that I'm on and everything that's unfolded to me. Even going with that situation, it taught me a lot about, when be careful who you open yourself up to. Being on the internet is really dangerous. You know what I mean? I'm putting my stories out here. I'm telling my business. I'm telling stories that happen involving other people. So, I'm reading cards for people. People get really attached to you. They start, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm thankful for my community. But, it comes with its ups and downs, just like anything in the world. You know what I mean? You got to be prepared for it. And the Five of Cups here, I think this is the energy of this is the other side. This is the cousins coming out the woodwork. This is the jealous whomevers. This is that energy. The Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you walked away from things that were lots of burdens, family members, jobs, relationships, friendships, any type of, system, event, whatever here that was just creating discord in your life, you walked away from it. You do not entertain stress. You do not entertain burdensome people, heavy energies, people with a lot of problems. I mean, not for very long, because you have your own stuff to sort out and work on. And, you have been this cheerleader for everybody for so long. And I think the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I think when it comes to you, you're there for everyone else, but sometimes you feel like there's not a lot of people there to rally behind you, or you keep people from needing you because you already know that they're going through so much. So you kind of like just do things on your own, like you suffer in silence. When things really start to get bad, that's when you may start to really like express something here, but you tend to really try to handle things on your own, and you go through these periods of like growth and stop and go. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse, I think this is someone here who is, you've had to be very patient. You've had to learn how to kind of like wait your turn for stuff. Like, I feel like you're someone who you clap for everybody, but you've been clapping for everybody for so long that, it's your time, and you're kind of uncomfortable with that. Like you're kind of uncomfortable in the spotlight, even though maybe not. Queen of Wands, you deserve it though. It's your time to shine. With this Queen of Wands energy, you are radiant. You have like this solar energy with the sunflower here in this wand of creativity, of being expressive, of being beautiful, of being magnetic, abundant, a little magical here. The Queen of Wands, this little black cat. You got a little, and when I mean magical, I'm not talking like, you're doing like dark magic and stuff like that. I'm speaking of people who you speak positivity into existence. You say, oh, someone's playing the scratch up. Oh, you're going to win some on that one. I know it. I could just feel it. That's magic right there. You're speaking positive. You're being like affirming good things. Things come naturally to you. Money comes naturally to you. Money finds you. And this, and you're so modest with it, because with this Queen of Wands energy, the Five of Cups is still lingering. It's like, yeah, like I'm doing all of this, but look at what it's stopping me from. Look what I'm not coming towards. It's like maybe you at one time wanted to glow up to impress certain people, but these certain people are no longer a part of the plan. Like, you could have had this whole business model in your head of, okay, I'm going to open up a restaurant, and this is going to give me and my family a bunch of wealth and legacy. But in the midst of you open up your business, now your brother getting jealous, he mad because you got your own business, and this motherfucker was supposed to be, and he was a part of the plan. In your mind, you was like, okay, well, you part of the journey with me, bro. What are you talking about? Why are you getting mad? You part of the journey. I'm including you in my fucking future. But now you want to act crazy. Not you. I'm talking about Crosswatcher. This person here want to act crazy. These Three of Cups, people want to act crazy because you glowing up, and it's like, well, damn, like you was part of the glow up with me. In my mind, you was part of the glow up, but then you found out you had secret ops. And that's the crazy part, because you ain't do nothing. You was gonna bring these motherfuckers with you, and they mad they got to sit in the passenger seat. Bitch, you should be happy you in the car. Hello? Like, I would just be happy to be in the car. I'm driving y'all around, and you're mad, big mad. Queen of Pentacles and this Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, because they don't like generosity. This is the kind of, I always tell this one quote. The more you do for someone, the more they will grow to resent you. Like a true narcissist, hater, ass energy person will resent you the more you do for them. Unconditionally even. Let it be unconditional. Let it just be, oh yeah, just out of the kindness of your heart. Like it's just, that just pisses that evil soul off. Because you don't want nothing from them. You don't need nothing from them. And to them, that means, you look down upon them. You ring very false. You're not being honest. You're not being truthful. You're looking and like narcissistic people already hate themselves to the core, honestly, like they really do. Everything else is just a front. Like that whole bigger than life, grandiose behavior, it's all stems from very low self-esteem. If any self-esteem. It's because they know what they've done. They know what they've done. That's why, because they know all the fucking shit that they've done. And they pretend to be their biggest fans. And like they just, the more you do for people, the more they will resent you here. Especially with this Five of Swords and the Hierophant in reverse, this is someone here who they feel like they should be the one that's leading the pack. They don't like that you have your own mind, that you do things your way, that you didn't take their dirty money, that you didn't take their dirty offer, you didn't take their lopsided love, you're not caught up in some love triangle with their ass, you're not sitting at some cubicle hating your life, making them even more money while they sit on their butts. They're mad they couldn't gaslight you. They're upset you didn't fall for their shenanigans. You know what I mean? Like, you are sitting here on this throne as the Queen of Wands, and you just are like, what did I do? And you're just bombarded with, like, all this, like, this grief, this loss. It's just like, Jesus, Weezus. You're just, it is what it is. Yeah, and these people want to manifest Five of Wands energy, like, girl, go sit down. Like, go sit down. And you over here trying to be nice, trying to think about the future, how you're going to help everybody in your family. And these people could care less. If they were in your position, they wouldn't give two shits about what happened to you. They wouldn't be sitting here thinking about, funding their nieces and nephews 401ks, or not 401ks, college funds, or putting up money for everyone that they love. They would be thinking about, oh, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna get this for me, and then I'm gonna show everybody how great I am, and then everybody gonna think I'm the best, and da-da-da-da-da. And the Page of Cups in reverse here. Yeah, I think you're a little, put this very nicely here. I see you not turning your heart off, but I do see you being a little, you need to work on being overly trusting. With the Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like you could either be someone who is too trusting or you're too guarded. And the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands here is like you're making some plans, right? And you're playing it. I need you to really be committed to just kind of taking more time to think something through here and not leading with your emotions here. So this is, these family members have shown you time after time that they are jealous, but you still are trying to make them love you. You're still trying to get your parents' validations, while they could be secretly in the competition jealous of you. Just your own parents sometimes, and your heart is so good, you're so tender loving, that it's like the universe could literally be trying to pull you away from people that you really feel in your mind and your heart you need to take care of. But when these people had the opportunity to help you out, they couldn't be bothered. So Spirit is trying to show you that, yes, forgiveness and compassion are very important here. But also, people have to be held accountable for their actions. If someone purposefully, intentionally has chosen to reject, deny, repress, suppress, and shame you, that is someone who you do not have to care for. You do not have to provide for these people. Unless these are your children, you don't have to do anything. You do not owe your parents your life just because they gave birth to you. You don't have to buy your mama a brand new Benz because you bought a brand new Benz. When she dropped you off at your daddy house at 16 and you ain't hear from her till 5 years after you became a doctor. You don't need to take care of your dying father who was never around but for a few times on Christmas and birthdays. And when you did see him, he only dropped you off at his mama house. You know what I mean? You do not have to be there for siblings who talk crap and, laugh at you and downplay everything that you've ever done because they didn't have the strength or the know-how or the wherewithal to accomplish the things that you have. But they don't mind knocking you down. Every time something go wrong, they want to hit you up for some money. You don't need to be the family ATM just because you made it out the hood and everyone else decided to play victim and fall into the traps of, I'm finna hit on somebody's nerve with this one, and I'm sorry. But you do not have to play the family ATM because you were the one that got out of the ghettos. You got out the hood, you got out of the projects, you got out of the Section 8 housing, and you went to college and you struggled and you ate noodles and you worked a full-time job and took full-time schoolwork. While everybody else was smoking weed, playing Xbox, and living off food stamps and government assistance, you said, "The hell with that. I don't want that lifestyle for me. I don't want to have to call every Sunday night so I can get this disability on Tuesday. I don't want to have to, lie about not working so I can keep my stamps or my Section 8 or having to hide my boyfriend's stuff because the people come over to do a checkup and then they see all this shit here." Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I don't have to sleep with people I don't like or be in a relationship with someone I don't want to be with because I need somewhere to stay and sleep at night. I don't have to pretend to love this woman because I need somewhere to lay my head at night. You know what I mean? You did the hard work. So why are you still upset trying to chase and run after people who wouldn't do these people wouldn't piss on fire to put you out. And these could be your own family members. And I hate to say it so bluntly like that, but I need you to get this, because I have to get this too. The Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. You got people here who actually do love you, and they do want to see you be successful as well. I do want to mention that. With the Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, this is a lover. Hold on. Speaking of lovers. Hey, I'm recording. Let me call you back, okay? All right. See you in a little bit.
All right.
Anyway, you do have a... That was so funny. You do have a lover here who wants this... He always does that. It throws me off. Okay, you do have a lover here who does have this, this wish fulfillment. They see you as their wish fulfillment. So stop worrying about this ex, this sibling you ain't talked to in 2 years, this parent who barely picks up the phone to call you, this cousin who you used to be cool with, but now since you got a new job, they act like they don't know you no more. Or this person got a job, and since when they got their job, they thought they was too good for you, and now that you making the same or more as them, you could even be making more, just a little bit less, and this bitch is still mad. Okay, like, they just don't want you to have jack shit. This is a very disgusting set of people who I'm talking about around you. And these Three of Cups have knocked over because that love was fucking tainted. That wasn't water in them cups, that was piss. They filled your cup up with piss. And you filled theirs up with, Fiji Water. And they over here putting Dasani back in yours. Trifling ass. And so, now that you aren't accepting lopsided love, you're not letting people play in your face, you're not allowing men to use your body for recreational purposes, for a few minutes of like connection for you, you just done. But here's the thing. You have to really commit to being done. Because with the Two of Wands and the Page of Cups, it's like you still have a little piece of you that is hoping that something is going to change within these people, hoping that they're going to wake up and you just need to stop, because you don't want to miss your boat. You don't want to miss your train waiting for someone to show up at the station that's not even supposed to be on the ride with you. Seven of Cups. You have endless possibilities here. And this Three of Wands and the Seven of Cups, I feel like you're going to get a little overwhelmed. You're going to get a little overwhelmed because, wow. You're going to get a little overwhelmed. There's people starting to actually see the real you. Not the version of you that they wanted to keep small. Not the version of you that they needed to shrink, that they needed to keep underneath them. They're going to see you in all your splendor, and you're going to be walking towards a very happy fulfillment, emotional fulfillment here. I'm talking like you're walking towards, finding your future partner that you have kids with. You're walking into your dream job, your dream career, where you get to actually live out the things that you thought were impossible when you were a kid, all the fantasies that you never truly believed you could have. Like, you're getting all of that and more. And it's going to come a lot quicker when you stop looking at these three empty cups and you focus on these two behind you. You got two cups behind you that are untouched, that are fine. And yeah, three is more than two, but those three are empty. There's nothing left in them. So there's no point looking at them anymore. Especially when you got this Queen of Wands energy right now. You need to strike while the iron's hot, okay? Because you are destined. You need to believe that. I need you to believe that you are destined for success. I need you to be so, illusional. I need you to be so just... You need to believe in yourself so badly that, your dreams feel like... What? You know what I mean? Is this really happening? You can do whatever you... I need you to know that your belief, how much you believe in yourself, is important to how much you achieve in life. If you don't think you can do it, then you'll never do it. It all starts with you believing in yourself. Knowing that you are a divine creature here. And like I said, everyone's chosen, but not everyone chooses to believe that. So are you going to choose to believe that you're a chosen one? Or are you going to just be a regular degular and be for everybody and anybody? Keep your head down. Don't look up. Don't ask for too much. Take what you're given. Or are you going to go out here and carve a piece of heaven in this hell we call earth? Ooh, I like that. Are you going to take what you're given, keep your head down, or are you going to carve a piece of heaven in this hell we call earth? I'm going to carve out a piece of heaven. If I have to be in this hellhole, I have to deal with these lying politicians, these dirty congressmen, these crooked cops, these disgusting corporations, and these disgusting humans who do terrible things to one another. I'm going to make me a little solace corner And I'm going to invite those who are also of love and light. I want to see good things happen to other people. I'm going to create a community of love and acceptance for people who clap for one another. Not a community that talks crap and tries to push people down. We acknowledge, we see with our eyes, what we feel, what we hear, we report back, and we make observations, but we don't judge people for where they are. We don't look at people and say, oh, well, you're just a sinner and you're dumb and you're just an idiot for being how you are. They're just stuck in the machine. They're still clogged in the machine. And we don't get people unclogged by looking down on them. We can only help people ascend by us being our authentic selves. And every time someone lashes out, we choose to correct them with love and not hatred. That's why I always tell them, when they send them spirits, go towards love. Don't come over here with that bullshit, because I'm going to bless you. I'm going to send you the love. People try to send you demons, give them the evil eye, tell them to go towards love and peace. Make your peace with yourself. Don't come over here trying to knock me down because you feel bad about yourself. Build yourself up. Don't try to knock me down. Build yourself up. That would be a much more effective use of your time. Okay? So, sending love and light to all those who have watched this video and those who haven't. Sending love and light to everybody. Alright. If this resonated with you, drop a comment down below. Hit that like button, subscribe. Alright. And if you need more clarity, there will be links in the description box to my sites. Guys, before we go, I'm going to give you some Moonology oracle cards for little advices here. Ooh, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So, you full moon in Leo, that would have been during Aquarius. Or that could have been back in February-ish, January-ish. Late January, February-ish energy. So, I feel like maybe you've had a lot of whatever you walked away from, or whatever it is, these people, this group, whatever this is, it could have brought you a lot of sense of pride, enjoyment. Like this was your job. This was like your sense of self. Your ego was attached to this. This was your family. Like you were very proud of these people. But now it's like you have to take a stance and really pick yourself. The time to give rather than take, and hold your vision. I think what this card means is a time to give rather than take. I think it's time for you to give towards yourself. I think this means it's time for you to give your attention to you and what you desire, and hold on to your vision. So don't make any drastic changes. You know what I mean? Keep going forward. Keep moving forward. Don't let these people who are trying to tell you to do, otherwise, not follow your dreams, stop you. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Okay, we just had one of those. And then conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. So hold your vision, because your fiery approach, a climax is approaching here. And the conclusions is within reach. What a great way to end this. Yeah, you're about to go through some confrontation here with probably some of these people here. And you need to hold your vision. You need to stand firm in your beliefs. If this is someone here who is just insists on just bombarding you with their energy, just kind of like handling you, pushing you into like shit you don't agree with or things you don't want to do, just say no. Don't let anyone guilt trip you into doing something you don't want to do. Okay? All I have to say. Alright guys, this was a very long reading, but it was a very good reading. I love you all. Drink water, be safe, and peace.